Hello everyone, and welcome back to Amateur Hour Projects. Today we're going to continue gently, the ECTO-1 Ghostbuster car. If you remember last time, we took a look at the steering section in the front here and a couple of things in the back, a little bit of the back end and the doors. That was a lot of fun. Looks like we're going to continue the front section this time. Looks like we get to start on the engine, so let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so this particular section had a lot of tiny little pieces that will eventually go for the front bumper and the grille. And there were so many small pieces here, I was worried of losing any. But going into it, this front section, doing the engine, this was so much fun. I really enjoyed the way that all the pieces came together eventually. Now, I'm struggling to find a couple of the parts. On the instructions, the exact colors of the pieces are a little bit different than they are in reality. So I was a bit confused on a bottom piece here that I will eventually figure out I have the wrong piece way later into the build, but with enough time to be able to fix and adjust that. Now, that being said, it was still very, very difficult to find all the pieces that I needed. As we've already established, I don't separate anything out other than bags. Which bag goes where, and I guess that's kind of by size. So we start out by building this platform that the engine block is going to sit on. It's also the protective underside of the car to protect any splashback or bump up or debris from hitting the engine on the underside and causing any damage while it's driving. This section also acts as the bumper and front headlights section. Here we go, putting the license plate on there. And I will show this off in a little bit. Just creating some front headlights there. Oh, here I am realizing that I have the wrong piece on there. two incredibly similar pieces. The very clear ones and the very dark gray ones are very similar in color in the booklet. It's just that these dark gray ones have a little sparkle indicator on it, which you would assume would be for clear, right? It's supposed to be glass, but I guess it just indicates that it's a different special piece. But we figured it out and we move on. And going forward, I'll know which piece is which. There we go, still gotta make sure everything works. More supportive and connective pieces. Here are the very tiny little pieces. I do show them off, but they look like miniature little cars. They're so cute. And there's so gosh darn many of them. But this becomes the front grille of the car here, and I think it looks pretty cool the way it turns out. Now, I'll figure it out later, but I put those little bronze pieces in the wrong spot. Now it's time to just fit it in there. Just fit it in there. Come on, just get it in there. Oh, now I figured it out. Now it fits. Yeah, that looks pretty nifty so far. Here we go. So this turns into the engine itself. And time for stickers. I don't think it shows up very well on camera here, but those stickers say Cadillac. Now here we're putting on, I believe it is an air filter or a radiator. I'm not sure. I don't know too much about cars. And this section is the gears. Now I really like this. This is very neat looking. And we put the belts on. That's pretty cool. More bits and bobs. I believe that is the battery on the far end there. More stickers as we build more of the structure up. And now for the other side of the wheel housing. Some more lights for the front. And here is the wiring for the battery. Took me a little bit of finagling to figure out how to actually get it in there. And it still doesn't seem to fit, but I think that is how it's supposed to go, based off of the pictures. And that looks pretty neat. I do try to make some adjustments to it, but that's it. Next bag. And of course, if you're still keeping track, we have extra parts. That count will be added all the way at the end of the last video. Okay, and this is going to be more structural, outside stuff. And we work on the other side as well. Alright, and now we get to start working on the dashboard. This turns out pretty neat. All the little tiny details that are added to this just make it so fun to put together. There's the console. And just slips on in there. Now we start to work on the hood. Jump, 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 jump. There's a couple of spiky pieces I play with there for just a second. And more stickers. Oh, that sticker's off by a lot. Too much for me to ignore. And then it just pops on top there. Looks good. Last bags of this video. Now we get to start to work on the windows. Now, I'd been kind of wondering this for a while, what those little gate pieces are on the doors. As it turns out, it's for the windows to hold on to. It just pops on there, holds on to it. I thought that was pretty cool. I had not seen something like that before. And now we get to build the back cushions for the front row of chairs. And I suppose it's kind of a divider between the front and back of the car. We just continue to work on the other door windows. and the front window. Now these little decals that I'm putting on here are barely visible even in person. So if you can't see it, I also can't see it, so don't worry. And now we get to build the back door. I know I say it a lot, but it turns out to be pretty cool as well. Just generally enjoying every part of this build. Alright, and there we have it. The next section of the car has been completed. We have done the back door, all the windows at the top here. We did the front section, including the hood and the engine, which I think that's pretty cool. That looks pretty neat to me. Don't have much to do left. I'm gonna clean that up a bit off camera. But it's looking pretty cool. Looking pretty awesome. As always, want to thank you for joining us today. And I hope you guys found that entertaining. If you did, go ahead and like it. Subscribe if you want to see the rest of it when we finish it up. If you have any comments about it, what you're looking forward to the most, or what has impressed you the most. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great day.